All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to what is gonna be. Well, we'll see what happens in this particular game. Moon versus Colorful here on Twisted Meadows. I don't think I know of a map more than Twisted Meadows that Moon would like, since he has a large number of options for expansions. Pastor Dave, hey, thank you for tuning in. It's a long phrase too, which might make it hard to use in busy match. Well, day late and a dollar short, that was usually used early on, doing a little bit of scouting, things like that, where there isn't a lot of action going on anyways. Hop, skip, and a jump away. Well, that's what I would use to describe the starting locations. Not too far. People analyzing certain phrases that have come in and out of my casting, and I guess it's good to always have my casting purposely evolve. Hopefully, I am still describing all of the action in a way that is entertaining and easy for you to understand. All right, Night Elf versus Night Elf, and it looks like it is gonna be a Demon Hunter versus Priestess of the Moon matchup. Miss Death Discoil or Death Coils is when you said it most. A day late and a dollar short. Same thing. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. When a Death Coil is about to heal up a Crypt Fiend, it ends up being a day late and a dollar short, meaning, well, you lose out on experience, you lose out on on the mana, and you are no longer able to save that there. Spicy. It's good to have some change over time, but nothing wrong with bringing back a classic every once in a while. You are right. I'll see if I can bring it back in to some of the games, as we're looking at a Wisp now trying to make its way through. Is it going to try and well, purposely hire up some units? One lone Ancient of War right here, taking on all of those units. Oddly enough, a Demon Hunter is not what you normally use to clear out this one particular creep camp. Little bit of extra damage being added in onto the Wisp, and that could actually have devastating effects right here as that Wisp now tries to back away. Demon Hunter, is it going to get that last shot off right there? Who's going to get that last hit? Demon Hunter wants that experience. There it goes, gets the experience as the Priestess of the Moon does show up, now with Searing Arrows. Searing Arrows getting in damage, and the Priestess of the Moon rather fast. You're going to see that shot. There's the detonation as the Priestess of the Moon now backs away. Priestess of the Moon, 21 to 31 damage compared to 23 to 45. Oddly strange that the Priestess of the Moon is supposed to be an auto attack based hero, but still deals significantly less damage than that Demon Hunter. Both of them are agility based heroes as well. All right, as they make their rounds, what is going to go down across here? Priestess of the Moon with Searing Arrows, I still believe, does less damage, maybe less or about the same damage on average as the Demon Hunter, as archers are now getting into harm's way. Is Colorful going to be able to put in the necessary repetition and damage onto those units as the Priestess of the Moon now looks to back up? All right, well, range, yes, range is a benefit over the Demon Hunter. Average attack speed instead of a fast attack speed, though. So Priestess of the Moon actually deals significantly less damage, since the auto attack, since the Demon Hunter does more damage per attack, and also well, attacks faster than his opponent. Cloak of Shadows right next to a Priestess of the Moon who is using Shadow Meld. Absolutely silly here, as we see, well, what is this? Colorful is the one going for... No, that's not Colorful. That's Moon going for that expansion here. All right, so Moon going for Priestess of the Moon, and also Moon is the one trying to go for the expansion. All right, it looks like there is a welcoming party here ready to go for this Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon just going to stay right here, though. What is going on? Perhaps a reveal is in order. Bottom, depending on level, the hero with the lowest DPS or second lowest DPS without abilities. That is rather sad. I would normally think that maybe the Priestess of the Moon needs to find a little bit of favor as well, since the Priestess of the Moon is just so uncommon of a hero. 21 to 31 damage, just feeling rather dinky on a hero, knowing that your hero actually, your auto attack, because that's normally what agility based heroes are meant for, your auto attack based hero actually deals less damage than a bear or a knight right out of the gate. Podum used a lot with archers now. Oh wait, that's Blade Master? I don't know. Blade saying that the Blade Master has weak auto attack is I guess a bit of a misnomer, since even some of its critical striking abilities and its fast attack speed is difficult to well, to really accurately predict. All right, damage coming through. Huntress is now making their way down. Demon Hunter going to be making its way off to the north. We are looking at a Tree of Life slowly making its way to perhaps try to entangle a gold mine. Meanwhile, we see a Goblin Tinker coming out from Colorful. All right, Demon Hunter going to shift off to the north, perhaps try and shut down this Tree of Life. There is still the bug from replays. This Tree of Life is still said to be rooted right here, even though it is on the move. Priestess of the Moon now shifting off to the north again, as we are looking at the Demon Hunter, perhaps trying to get into position. Tree of Life trying to run all the way to the back, and it is going to end up aggroing the creeps, and now the Tree of Life going to take some damage as well. Priestess of the Moon not able to really deal that much damage to the Demon Hunter, as the Tree of Life, well, going to tank some damage, allowing the Priestess of the Moon and these Huntresses to clear out the remainder of this creep camp. Priestess of the Moon will get some experience on the board now. Potom getting up to 92 experience now, also having that, well, crystal ball to reveal his opponent. We are looking at a potential expansion attempt coming in from Colorful as well. And, well, 2 expansions coming in already from 2 Night Elf players well before that 7-minute mark, as that Ogre Warrior about to get taken down. True Shot Aura added in for that Priestess of the Moon, giving a major damage bonus not only to the Priestess of the Moon, but the entire Night Elf army as well. Demon Hunter playing a game of try to take out the wisps, but as you know, it is very difficult, as the Moonwells are constantly healing all of these units. Again, Demon Hunter trying to get around in front of this, well, Huntress isn't going to be able to do exactly that. No, now being forced to shift back again. Why do I forget BM has critical strike? All right, let's make its way back through here. Well, there goes the Demon Hunter heading its way back off to the north, perhaps trying to shut down this Entangled Gold Mine. Entangled Gold Mine about 2/3 of the way done. I don't think that the Demon Hunter is going to be able to force a cancellation on that, and correctly decides to just back away. All right, heal up from these Moonwells once more. Well, drinking from those Moonwells, will be able to move on out in just a moment. Priestess of the Moon picking up a Tome of Agility for a little bit of extra damage. Did the Moonwells got nerfed? They only produce juice when night, or has it always been like that? Yeah, Moonwells only fill at night. That is the reason why Night Elf players often use the Moonstone, and that is to refill those Moonwells. And it also gives a little natural regeneration to the Night Elf units, since Night Elf units do not actually have natural regeneration during the day. It's always been like that. It's been part of the game. Yep. For the past, what, 17 years. Ogre Warrior going to get taken down. Priestess of the Moon now sitting at level 3, quickly sells that Robe of Magi. Doesn't want +6 intelligence, only to have it get mana burned off by that Demon Hunter even more. Nope, only at night. I think in terms of lore, Moonwells collect moon energy from the moon. So I technically the moon is shining during the day. So to say that it just collected it slower would make sense. But in terms, well, in the land of Azeroth, the Moonwells can only collect moon juice at night. So let's just remember that. 18th, actually, earlier this month was the 18th birthday. Yeah, you're right, 2002. All right. All right, Keeper of the Grove, well, nowhere to be seen. Priestess of the Moon here, going to go ahead and stop this Entangled Gold Mine, shut that down. Moon having expansions up. Let's take a look at Moon's armies, 39 supply, but he does have more harvesters, so we are going to be looking at Moon continuing to grow his army more and more, as this Tree of Life is just going to get shut down. Colorful, nothing to really show for this expansion here, as the Demon Hunter now makes its way inside. All right, Dryad's going to be joining in, perhaps getting in a little bit of slow poison. Scroll of Town Portal just says, you know what? I don't want to be in this fight any longer. Let me just retreat back, and let my economic advantage give him an advantage. Pardon the pun. The rockets would help. Moon has so many Huntresses. Yeah, well, we are going to be looking at... Well, no, it isn't going to be cluster rockets. It's actually the Pocket Factory. So the Pocket Factory is coming in from Colorful. Priestess of the Moon, still a solo hero, even though we are at Tree of Ages. All right, Red Army on the move. Colorful dropping in that Pocket Factory. However, the Huntresses and Dryads are getting ready to run into position here. This could be bad news. Druids of the Claw are perhaps going to be able to get off a roar and now go into bear form as the Pocket Factory absorbing a lot of damage now the Goblin Tinker and Demon Hunter trying to make their way through. All right, in comes the unit. Staff of Preservation trying to save some units from the back. However, we are looking at the Forest Troll Warlord getting in some damage across some units onto Colorful as well. Priestess of the Moon, and Moon is just really dealing a lot of damage here. 62 supply. Going up against 37, so much damage being added, and well, a monstrous creep jack by Moon shutting down Colorful as bear after bear is getting taken out. Dryads, well, going after the bears now. Moon being able to, well, slowly destroy all those units. Staff of Preservation finally saving that low hit point bear. All right. Well, there goes one Forest Troll Berserker, Ogre, Magi, Forest Troll Warlord chasing after all of those units again. And at this stage, what does Moon really have to do? He doesn't really have to do very much. He can sit back, get into that mid-70 supply, and then just follow up the attack. He knows that he's done a devastating blow to his opponent, and he doesn't really have to risk all that much. Staff of Preservation pulling those units back. Demon Hunter temporarily safe. It is going to go ahead and get some Moon Juice and now make its way back out again. All right, making its way back down this Tree of Life. The expansion, is it going to get shut down once more? Staff of Teleportation going to be coming on in as a Dryad's getting lost in transit. Demon Hunter makes its way down to the south here. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and try and protect as the Goblin Tinker now out of position. All right, massive army of Dryads going up against all of these units here. Goblin Tinker, well, the Pocket Factory getting some damage, getting some extra experience onto that Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 4, almost level 5 now, as that damage is going to start to add up. Demon Hunter shows up to the party thinking that the fight was over at the expansion, but is not there at all. Meanwhile, low hit point Dryad down to 5 hit points, able to prance away, and one Druid of the Claw going to get Staff of Preservation again. However, both Druids of the Claw are on cooldown as that bear gets taken down, giving level 5 and another power damage spike to the Night Elf army. Level 2 or level 3 True Shot Aura, level 2 Searing Arrows. Damage now adding through once more as this Pocket Factory will just get taken down. All right, entangling this gold mine. Colorful over here on the bottom left. 72 supply for Moon. Colorful sitting at 41. And Moon with just a monstrous supply advantage as that Scroll of Healing brings, well, rejuvenated hit points to all of the Dryads ready to move forth once more. All right, Demon Hunter, is it just going to get body blocked? Oh, the Demon Hunter actually able to slip through, and I guess that was calculated as Moon just says, you know what, I want to shut down the Tree of Life that I think you have off over here. That is not going to be the case, though. Demon Hunter coming back across, getting in some, well, Orb of Venom damage across all of those units here, trying to spread out all of that damage, getting in some damage once more. Searing Arrows, more damage. There's a Roar as a Colorful going to lose that Forest Troll Berserker. Bear going to get taken down here. Staff of Preservation should be ready. Another Scroll of Healing being used as the Goblin Tinker could be in trouble. Demon Hunter, well, also going to be in a little bit of trouble. A little bit of slow. That Demon Hunter going to end up getting taken out if it was not for that Scroll of Town Portal. Demon Hunter teleporting back home. Gonna go ahead and use those Moonwells, heal back up. But I think this is just a slow bleed now, as Moon is in a dominating position in this game, has more supply, has more gold, has a level 5 Priestess of the Moon. Level 5 Priestess of the Moon just adding in extra damage for all of his units that are, well, not even nearby. As a Staff of Teleportation, what is going on there? Priestess of the Moon actually, the Dryad actually moved away and breaking perhaps that Staff of Teleportation now as the Dryads are now trying to pull back again. Still more repairs. We're looking at the Priestess of the Moon trying to make a bit of a run as the Staff of Preservation saves another bear there. All right, action away from the hero, always a big downer. This is a 30% decrease in the overall damage of the Night Elf army as the Priestess of the Moon, as True Shot Aura was not available. Scroll of Healing being brought over. over. Now in comes the Priestess of the Moon, the Dryads, now with +6 damage on top of their 1-2 upgrades, able to deal so much damage as well as the Huntresses are trying to get away. Staff of Preservation saving some more units again. Well, there goes another bear as well. There goes a Huntress. But still, a 70 supply going up against a 51 supply, 34 supply army going up against 50, as bear after bear are going to end up getting taken down. Priestess of the Moon gets up to level 6. We are going to perhaps see another bear get taken down before Scroll of Town Portal being used. Perhaps going to go ahead and use and get maximum mana back onto the Priestess of the Moon, and now bring in a fight with Starfall. All right, bringing in a fight with Starfall next to the Tree of Eternity. Even Staff of Preservation is not going to be helpful whatsoever, as, well, you might end up accidentally teleporting closer to your opponent. Scroll of Healing perhaps wanting to be purchased. So many Dryads low on hit points, as we see Moon with 2 upgrades on all of these Dryads here. Tree of Ages about to hit Tree of Eternity for access to level 3 upgrades as well. Moon is forcing Colorful to get cluster rockets just for Starfall. Well, and that's what should be happening. I don't think Colorful is actually getting cluster rockets as of yet. Sobi Mask is going to be helpful here, but we really need to see that retrain. Otherwise, that Starfall is just going to deal far too much damage. All right, main bases still have about 5 minutes of mining left, 4.5 minutes of mining. Priestess of the Moon now going to make its way over, and here we are going to be engaging here in just a second. Dryad going to take a little bit of damage, and well, in comes the battle. Are we going to see all of the units here ready to move on through? There's the Starfall, there's the Dryads, and in comes so much damage here. All right. Dryads actually affected by Starfall, taking a bit of damage here. Buildings are getting destroyed, and well, a couple of bears going after the Tree of Eternity, as we are looking at Nature's Blessing getting added in. All right, Scroll of Town Portal coming back the other way. Are all of the Moonwells pretty much destroyed? No, they are not, as they are going to be, well, switching and trading Scrolls of Town Portals. All right, Priestess of the Moon gets to come back in with another Starfall here, perhaps. We are looking at a 180-second cooldown. Priestess of the Moon has plenty of mana and will be able to perhaps refresh and move in once more. Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 6. Are we going to be looking at any new abilities here at any moments? Dryads now making their way down. A new Tree of Life being added in. Moon wants to set up another expansion. Back down to the south here. Well, we are still going in for Pocket Factory. Pocket Factories do train up a lot of units, and it looks like this might be the last stand for Colorful. As well, sorry, I thought there was a building here. There isn't. Dryads now making their way over here to the bottom left, perhaps going to clear out the Tree of Life. And Moon just solo pot him with mass Dryads and a Night Elf Mirror, and still being absolutely effective. The Dryads have +6 damage. Or is it, if they get up to one more upgrade, it might even be +7, already at +7 damage on all of these Dryads here. Normally, Mass Piercing not effective against the Tree of Life, but when all of these units are just dealing so much damage so easily, well, that adds up rather quickly. All right, Tree of Life already down to 160 hit points. It's going to end up getting taken down, and Moon knows that he's going to be able to, well, win out here. No detonation coming in from Colorful, as there's a Scroll of Town Portal heading back already. All right, Druid of the Claw, Ancient of War getting in damage. Slow poison coming across all of these units here. Are we going to see some more slow poison onto some of these units, as the Dryads with their fast movement speed able to, well, spread all of that slow poison across multiple units, preventing the easy escape. Scroll of Town Portal being used to try and save the last remaining units here, as 3 Druids of the Claw are now retreating back as well. 85 supply compared to 61. Druids of the Claw, well, gonna try and heal back up. Bear form, no upgrades though. Devotion Aura gonna add in a little bit, as that Forest Troll Berserker gets taken down. Dryads just prancing around, causing problems continually. No expansion over here on the bottom left, and Colorful is pretty much out of options. Goldmine only has about a minute and a half of mining left, and with no access to additional gold and being down by 30 supply, Moon is just in control of this game. Moon knows that he does not need to be fancy here. Moon knows that he just needs to well, establish up another economic advantage, And, well, he should, even if he trades evenly at the next fight, he'll come out ahead. Priestess of the Moon, sitting at level 7. Tree of Life going to expand down across here. Army of Bears trying to make their way off to the north. Priestess of the Moon, with their fast movement speed on those Dryads, should be able to get there in time. As the Demon Hunter still only sitting at level 3. And the Goblin Tinker still only sitting at level 4. Dryads getting in a little bit of slow as all those units making their way back again. Where are the bears going? Perhaps the bears are going to be going towards the expansion. Goblin Tinker and Demon Hunter making their way off to the north. You can see the dual Ancients of Lore are right here. Tree of Life joining in. There's that Pocket Factory getting in some damage, or should be getting in some damage here. Oh, wait. It's not training up any Clockwork Goblins. Okay, there it goes. Finally training up some Clockwork Goblins. The Clockwork Goblins were actually trained up in the back, causing a bit of problems there. All right, so far, Staff of Preservation saves that unit. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and Scroll of Town Portal back out. Tree of Life taking quite a bit of damage, but that is pretty much it. And the Clockwork Goblins also get Scroll of Town Portal back out. How cute. Dryads, well, doing a little bit of an engagement here in the center portion of the map. Whichever Dryad is taking damage, they move back, forcing the bear to try and switch targets again. But this micro just going to be far too much. Nothing here really to save. And Colorful with, well, a very slow and painful death, absolutely getting owned by Moon in this matchup. He tried to do as much as he could, but the economic advantage of Moon with a high upkeep army, far too much. Well, 2 upgrades, and there is, well, the no GG, just leaving the game. Moon is victorious, playing a rather unorthodox strategy. Overall score seemed much closer than the actual pacing of the game, as we saw, right? Unit score, it was actually fairly close. The difference is just the amount of units produced. Sock did a good job trying to take out his opponent, or sorry, Colorful did a good job taking out his opponent's units. It was just that Moon was just constantly training more and more of them. Question, what does those Clockwork units do to buildings? I never get to late game for third hero Tinker to get my Pocket Factory. Well, Clockwork Goblins, they are able to put a little bit of spacing. They take up space on the field, and then the Clockwork Goblins, they just start dealing damage, and even on death, they deal damage as well. So I'm pretty sure a level 2 Pocket Factory is enough to take down a lot of Orc burrows and put pressure in an Orc base. I guess against a Night Elf base, it is just a damage of attrition. And maybe 2 of those Pocket Factories would be enough to take down a Tree of Life. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.